We had never taken the train like this before. I think I did way back in 83 or 84 or so, but this was a nice ride. It was the Amtrak Cascades, directly from Vancouver to Portland, but we were east-facing in our seats, so we got kind of a mixed view of industrial parks and business centers and trees and bushes in our way, whereas the west-facing stuff, I guess, had all the good sights. They've got the Salish Sea and Puget Sound, but it was a nice ride down to Portland nonetheless. Staying in the Mark Spencer Hotel. The Mark Spencer Hotel was a nice highlight. It was cozy, comfortable, not hipstery at all, although pretty close to the entire area that's pretty much known for that. But it was a good respite. It was a nice, I guess, just quiet area where we can get away from it all. We're on the 6th floor and had a pretty nice view of the area, kind of facing northeastward from there. But it was a cool little area. We had fun. Easily within walking distance of all the stuff we wanted. Our first night there was a good, relaxing time away from the train that we just spent the last 10 hours on. But of course the advantage to where we were staying was the fact that we're so close to, the Powell's Books and Deschutes Brewery Pub and all the cool stores like West Elm. This was the home that we could come back to and rest our feet and relax. The mornings were kind of a chance for me to walk around town and see stuff pre-dawn, usually, where we weren't troubled with all the people and traffic that were normally around there. There's some cool sights. Great architecture, interesting art. I mean, we had a lot of street art, I should say, but saw a lot of cool stuff. Just stuff you don't normally see in Vancouver, at least. But when it came to the street sculptures, kind of blown away by maybe not the content, but the abundance of it. They were everywhere, and there were certainly some highlights. I think the best highlight for me, of course, was actually seeing Portlandia, which was the giant bronze statue that, truth be known, is the second largest bronze statue in all of North America, second only to the Statue of Liberty. And conveniently close, of course, to the farmers market. So the farmers market, I think, was going every weekday down in the Park Ave area. They had music, they had good local produce, really cool stuff, and a lot of families and just people hanging out. It was a really good atmosphere for it. My breakfasts were usually consisting of running over to Kenny and Zook's across from Mark Spencer Hotel itself. Good coffee, good breakfast, good place to kind of start your day. Cheryl was normally sleeping at this point, so unfortunately she didn't really experience it the way I did. But we did have the one special day where we ran out to Voodoo Donuts, and I came home with the maple bacon, of course. Now, the one thing I was surprised with by my first trip to the States was the abundance of flags. Now, we've got kind of an inner pride here in nationalism here in Canada, but the flags were just kind of everywhere, in every corner, every building, every hotel, every business seemed to just wave it proudly, which is all fine, but I was just kind of surprised by the abundance of it, at least. And we made a nice special trip to the Japanese garden in Washington Park. Now, the Japanese garden was certainly on the hottest day or one of the hottest days we'd experienced all summer long. This was a nice, cool getaway from just the oppressive heat out there. It was relaxing, it was soothing. That respite that we've been looking for all along had kind of come up here. And it was just relaxing. I really did enjoy it. Despite all the tourists and all the other vacationers like us, this was still a nice little getaway. sneaking into the Portland Art Museum. Well, we didn't sneak, of course, we paid to get in there, but we snuck away from the farmers market, which was right outside, to the art museum here, which displayed an amazing amount of antiquity items and religious and cultural artifacts, as well as contemporary artists. We had Ellsworth Kelly and the Prince exhibition, which was an amazing art installation itself, but it was again a nice quiet spot where you can kind of just relax with this amazing artwork, which I hadn't really seen too much in the last decade, really. They had an interesting assortment of contemporary artists. Of course, we had the Chuli. But it was the great masters that shocked me. I'd never seen these before, and there may not have been your big names like you would normally see in the larger museums, but just being surrounded by this history of art, which dated back thousands of years, right up until just a couple hundred years ago. It was just an amazing thing to watch and to see the art change and the importance change, and the names change, of course, as well. It was a really powerful moment. But of course we couldn't stay too long, and eventually we ran back onto the train. We were officially in Portland just 4 nights, 5 days. Sad to see it leave. I really wish we could have had a chance to see more of it. Maybe we'll rent a car next time or something and travel around, but we kind of stuck to the downtown core. The train ride itself was, again, not so bad. We were west facing, but may not have had the best view, because really for seating, these are our seats, and this was our view right in the middle between 2 windows. So if I snuck a peek through the blind, or the curtain, we could see some stuff go by. But despite that, it was still a beautifully scenic ride all the way home. We left 2 in the afternoon, and over the long ride home, sun beaming down on us on, again, probably one of the hotter days that I've experienced all year. It was just a nice chance to say goodbye to the vacation and watch the sunset as it came over the Salish Sea there. But despite the short trip and the short vacation, it was really nice to finally come back home.